Republican Congressman Paul Ryan says he has a roadmap to fix things in Washington. So what is it? And are the Democrats listening? Congressman Paul Ryan on the record. Congressman, nice to see you.
Hey, good to be with you again, Greta.
It's too bad we're not in your office, though, because you can't brag about the Packers with the helmet in the background.
I had a lot of constituents in my office. We just didn't have the time to set it up. I could have brought the Packer helmet with me, though. You want me to go get it?
Next time.
Okay.
All right. We still don't have a budget, right?
No budget.
What's the story? You have a roadmap that you've been trying to sort of convince people to in here in the House and other places. What's your roadmap to change things?
Well, if you want to know about it in detail, go to AmericanRoadmap.org. But what it is it's a fiscal plan to get us out of debt, to literally balance the budget, pay off the debt. It meets the mission of health and retirement security, but also puts our economy in a position to create jobs and prosper in the 21st century global economy. The point I make with the roadmap, and I've been giving a lot of talks on it lately, is we got a choice to make in a handful of years. Do we want the American idea of a prosperous entrepreneurial society, or do we want to go down this path toward a cradle-to-grave European social welfare state? That's the choice that's going to confront us in the near future, and that's going to be decided by the next couple of elections.
All right. Now, I use the word radical. That's a radical departure from what we're doing. It's not a radical idea, but radical meaning that it's different from what we're doing. How is it received by your colleagues? I take it the Republicans are supportive, and the Democrats say it's a lousy idea.
Yeah, I think that's right. So, at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, it's about ideology. Progressives, which are what liberals choose to call themselves these days, prefer to go more toward a really big government. This is a plan for limited government. What I call it is it's an opportunity society with a safety net to help people who can't help themselves, help people who are down on their luck. But what I don't want to do is turn this safety net into a hammock that lulls people into lives of complacency or dependency on the government and ends up draining them of their incentive and will to make the most of their lives. And so that's the big philosophical difference. And so, yeah, on the left, they don't like it. On the right, yeah, they like it, but we're in the minority now, so it doesn't have a great chance these days.
You are on the Deficit Commission, set up by the President, bipartisan. Have you brought your ideas to the Deficit Commission?
And I have brought my ideas.
And the Commission says, on the Republicans members, Democratic members, the Commission say what?
Well, this thing is an evolving process. There are some Democratic members on the Commission who think a lot of these ideas I've offered are pretty good ideas and worth considering. So it's the non-elected Democrats on the Commission that I'm finding the best audience with. I don't really know what the Commission is going to end up doing at the end of the day. We don't think this is going to be a big tax-raising machine. The question and the hope I have is, can we make a really good dent on spending with this Commission to get us in the right direction versus where we are right now, which is no budget, no restraints, and we're just doubling down on this borrow and spend mentality in Washington these days.
All right, I go back and forth on this debt commission. Your report's coming out after the midterm elections, sometimes in December. Some days I feel like, well, that's good because you don't have the political pressure in the midterms. Sometimes I think you guys are a bunch of cowards. You know, let us know what you think before so we can vote, decide what we want to do.
You want to see what I think?
Yeah.
Go to AmericanRoadmap.org. I put it out in very, very clear detail. It's an actual bill, full legislation, scored by the Congressional Budget Office, as paying down the debt, increasing living standards, making Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security permanently solvent. I've shown exactly how I would propose to do it. My goal for doing this was not to say I've got it all figured out. My goal for putting this plan out there was to get other people in Congress to come up with their ideas so we can get down to the business of collaborating and figuring out how to fix this mess we're in. We're going to have a European-style debt crisis if we don't watch ourselves. My point is, let's get ahead of it, stop it from happening, and do it on our terms instead of having this kind of austerity plan where you cut seniors' current benefits or raise taxes to hurt the economy like they're doing in Europe today.
If it's such a good idea, why isn't everyone seizing upon it? I mean, what are the Democrats? So is it simply politics and ideology?
Yeah, I think it is.
Has any Democrat said to you, Congressman Ryan, you're a nice guy, we really like you, but your idea just doesn't work?
Yes, but I've also had Democrats who say, if it wasn't so political, I love your idea, I would go for this. So I've gotten great, when the microphones are turned off, response from Democrats. The point I am trying to do is get beyond the politics of it. The problem is we have this political paralysis. But right now we've got a government, the President and Congress, who really don't believe in reducing government. They want to grow it as fast and far as possible in all these different aspects of our economy and lives. And that is really what we're fighting right now. I'm trying to say there's a better way to go, and it's not too late for America to get the American idea back, a prosperous society, limited government where we propose entrepreneurial leadership, and where we don't have more people becoming takers versus makers in America.
It's hard